Hey, welcome to Motivation Monday. In this podcast, I like to try to motivate you into the week ahead, encourage you with things that you could do, and help you to feel better about the things that you don't do. Because I take the stance that we need to just be doing something, and something is better than nothing. And in this episode, I'm going to show you how I've done a little experiment in my own life to prove exactly that to you. So if you are an all or nothing person, then this episode is definitely for you. So stick around. I didn't get an episode out to you last week, and that's because I've been struggling for 2 weeks now with a typical winter British cold, making me feel like I can't do anything, and yet really it's all just kind of here. But anyways, I am back, and it's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you today about all of this. And that's because I don't usually get colds, and this is kind of what I'm going to get to about this experiment that I've done in my own life. So let me set the scene for you. Before lockdown, before COVID was a C word, okay? I went to the gym because I own a gym. So I own a gym because it's actually probably forces me to go to the gym, and I loved going, and I would go probably 5 times a week, and then I would rest, and then I would look forward to going again, and then I would rest, and so on and so forth. And the reason why I love going to my gym in particular is because we do CrossFit. And the idea of CrossFit is that it's a class and you have no real control over what you do. You just get told what to do. And that is genuinely why I love it, because I just don't have the brain capacity to make up my own workout routine. I can't really do maths, and so percentages and stuff for strength just doesn't suit me. But if I'm told what to do, and then I'm coached and somebody's looking at me and trying to make me a better person, that is all stuff that I absolutely love. The reason why I love it is because every single day you'll do something completely different. It's so unpredictable, and yet there is science behind it. So you know that it's going to work, but you just got to trust the process. And that actually it's a long thing. It's something you should be doing over a long period of time in order to see results. And sometimes in life it's actually quite nice to have something like that, something you have to invest a little bit of time into and trust, and basically keep the faith is what we say, that this is going to be doing amazing things in your life. So I was doing that 5 times a week because that was my job, but also because I loved it. And then lockdown hit, and obviously my whole life kind of got flipped upside down, which it did for everyone. And so I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to cry or anything, but it was tough. I really didn't know whether or not the gym was going to survive the first lockdown at all, in terms of financially, but also, our members got hit hard with their, when you use a certain place to stay afloat with your mental health, and then it gets taken away from you, that's really tough. And so I ended up becoming a friend to most of them, as well as just the gym owner, which was brilliant. And I wouldn't change it for the world. Well, maybe slightly, but anyway. So we go into lockdown and we all work out that, we still need to move because it's the only thing that keeps us afloat mentally. But we can't go to the gym. We can't rely on the CrossFit training that we all love for the reasons that we love it. And it's tough. That was so tough. And we had to try and really pivot hard and work out how we can motivate all these people that rely on going to the gym at home. And so I decided that I needed to practice what I preach, and I needed to do something every single day, if not for myself, but then to motivate my members as well. And so I did. I asked my coaches every single day, they got allocated a day, and each day we provided the general public and our members with a very good program that they could do at home and still see results from in their strength, in their cardio, and in their mindset. And I did every single day, on the good days and then on the very many bad days. And we all know it was very good weather in the first lockdown, so I did it outside. And then as it got colder, where I typically like to hibernate and not move, I found it harder, but I still did it. I kept on moving, and I actually became the fittest version of me than I have done in my entire life. Now, if you go back to before lockdown, I had been moving and doing, pretty intensive exercise 5 days a week. And, I was a great athlete. I was doing really well, but I actually did so much better in lockdown, and I just couldn't work out what it was. We were still programming a strength every day and a workout, and it was all based on only having one dumbbell, which is what we loaned out to our members. And that's all I had. I had one 15-kilo dumbbell, and I did everything about that. And on the great days, I would do the full program. And then on the days where I was really struggling, I would say to myself, you have to do a minimum of 4 minutes. And so on the bad days, I did 4 minutes, and I stuck to that. I also did a running challenge with some of our members. And again, that was a lot like a very selfish thing, because I wanted to get better at running. Mindset wise, because I hate running. So I challenged them to run every day a mile for 30 days. And I did that, and that was amazing. And I found myself I didn't really love the running, but I suddenly didn't think I was going to die after 5 pounds of the ground, So I did the 30 days of running, and once again, just saw a massive increase in my cardio, in my mindset, and then just the way my body felt. I went from when I used to run, I used to feel like I was like plodding, like I was really hurting my knees by like grinding on the floor, basically. But actually, after 30 days of just running 1 mile, I felt like really light and bouncy as I ran, and it was great. And again, that is just a little bit of mindset, because I just said to myself, oh, I'm just running a mile. That's it. 7 minutes, bang, and I'm done. Okay. Whereas before that, I'd be like, oh, I've got to run a 5K. Oh, I hate this. I hate running. I don't want to do this. And that's what I would think about the entire time I ran the 5K, which never really happened. So I went from training intensively in the gym to just training a little bit every single day for about a year. And my body shape completely changed. My mind completely changed. And then all my fitness aspects of my body completely changed too. I could breathe better whilst working out. I could work out for longer. I could go faster. I could jump higher. All these things that I'd been doing before, I could do so much better, even though the gym was shut. So then I started fitting in fitness, because I realized that people need to just move every day, if not just for 4 minutes. And I followed that program as well, and again, just absolutely loved it. Then lockdown went. So the UK, if you're coming out from another country, got rid of lockdowns, and everyone rejoiced, and we went back to life, which I actually personally think has been harder than lockdown itself. I went from having a good routine and not much going on in my life, and so therefore really enjoying the things that kind of matters, to suddenly feeling completely overwhelmed on a daily basis of what I was doing that day, what I was doing that weekend, when we were going to go on holiday, when we were going to see our friends, when we were going to do all the things that we missed in lockdown. And I really, really struggled. And actually, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I'm still really, really struggling with that. Trying to work out a balance of how on earth to fit in everything that I want to fit in this life. So here we are. We've come out of lockdown, my gym is back open again, and I've found myself now probably training twice a week. Okay, so let's go back. Before lockdown, I was training 5 times a week intensely in the gym. Then in lockdown, I was training every day of the week for a minimum of 4 minutes. And now we've come out of lockdown, and I'm probably doing 2 days a week in the gym, and so those sessions for about an hour long, and it includes strength and cardio. And it has been rubbish, because what has happened is, since I've started training again, but intensely, but only twice a week, my body is so painful. After every single session in the gym, I'm in so much pain, and we all know that that is just delayed onset muscle soreness. So it's literally just my muscles building and growing again and getting stretched and torn from working out, which is fine, except that I don't really enjoy that. I don't love having to be a parent running up and down the stairs when you can't move your legs. Now, I never used to get that because I trained consistently. And now I don't train inconsistently, my body is sore. Not only that, but I also have now got an injury, which I've never really had before. And I really put that down to the fact that I have trained consistently for years and years, and then all of a sudden I've stopped. And now that I've stopped, I've now got a pain in my back. And it literally just comes from being late to the gym, jumping straight into the session, not warming up, which if anybody knows me here, they'll laugh because that's generally what I do. Can't stand warming up. And I hurt my back. So I've got sore muscles and a bad back, and yet I'm out of lockdown and things should be going great. So here is my experiment. I'm not going to say that I planned it because I definitely didn't, but I went from training very intensely to training consistently to training inconsistently. And I wanted to explain to you some of the things that I've been noticing in my body so that you can truly see that for the most part, consistently training, even for small amounts of time and small, like not it's so intense, but consistently will do so much more stuff for your body than dreading going to the gym and then actually going to the gym maybe once a month and then being sore afterwards and not wanting to go back to that gym. So other things that I've noticed in my body is that I have been hit with this cold. Okay, so I've been hit with a virus, whereas before, and in I'm not going to say in lockdown because obviously there weren't viruses being shared, but I'm now feeling unwell, which is something that I generally don't struggle with. I can go for quite a few years without getting ill, and now I not only feel ill, but this has kind of really brought me down. It's been dragging on for a long time now. So I really believe that through training consistently, I actually reduce my risk of catching and really suffering with colds and viruses. So that's just another thing, another reason why I cannot wait until the day that I've got the energy to come back to train every single day consistently. So we've gone from my back issues to my cold issues, and then the final one I want to talk about is my mindset. I am now like dreading the day that I have to start moving again. And actually that is today. I have to start moving today. I know now that I need to move every day consistently, even if it's for a short amount of time. And yet because I'm out of that habit, and we've talked about habits before, how you build a habit over a certain amount of days, between 21 and 66 days, you build a habit. And you can keep going because you've been going. But the problem is that when you drop the habit, not keeping the habit can also become a habit. So for every day that you don't perform your habit, your new habit is that you don't do that habit. So I now need to kind of backtrack and form this new habit of working out. And that means that I need to just start moving my body. So I know what I love in terms of exercise and movement and fitness. I know the type of thing that I love, but I can't do it right now because my body is feeling tired and fatigued and under the weather. But I have to start moving my body. So I'm going to make sure that today I put some time to the side that I can go for a walk, and I focus on my breathing as I walk so that I'm doing more than just walking mindlessly. I'm walking and being intentional with my body. And then that, however long I walk for, say it's 5 minutes, say it's for 10 minutes, kickstarts my habit of moving my body every single day. And then the next day, I can either continue the habit of walking or I can replace it with something I feel more inclined to do, whether that is going to the gym or whether it's doing my home fitness program, which is Fitting in Fitness. That is actually what I intend to do. So hopefully today I'll start by walking. Tomorrow I'll give myself a little bit of leeway whether I choose to walk or whether I choose to open up my app and start the program. And if you've not heard about that before, basically I've got an app called Fitting in Fitness, and on there it's a whole library of information for you. But one of the courses that's available on there is a daily program, and it changes every single day. of the year, so you won't ever repeat the same day twice, and it will go through the entire body in terms of strength and then cardio. So basically CrossFit for at home, and all I ask of you is that you use something that's heavy. So you could use a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or you could even use a backpack full of books. And it's meant to be no more than 25 minutes. But the way that I've structured it is that you could choose to just do the strength or just do the workout. Now the workout is more cardio based, but it will always involve some sort of strength. And the strength is really that period of time where we look to just really strengthen a certain selection of muscles in your body. And I've made it so that you're not doing legs on one day, legs the next day, legs on the next day. We're kind of doing full body, but with a tiny focus on one area of the body so that you don't get fatigued. Because the important thing is that you do something every single day. So if you find yourself saying, okay, I believe you, I've got to do something better than nothing. Even on your rest days, I still think that we need to call our rest days active days, because we need to stay active, stay on our feet, so that on Monday we're not going to be too stiff, too sore, or wherever you take your rest days, making sure that they're not just completely collapse on the sofa for 24 hours, that you do still take on some sort of challenge to move your body in some less intense way. And then just always be planning for the next thing. And the great thing about my program is that you don't have to plan. You just have to open your phone, do what you've been told for the day, turn it off and go, okay? But really what I'm trying to get across to you today is doing something every single day is so much better for you. You will experience better habits with your eating. And the reason being is that when you've got so much energy, when you've built the energy up to work out, your body then wants to replenish that energy. And so it will make you crave better foods. So foods that have got nutrients in them. So which typically are stuff that's made from the ground rather than made in a factory. But you'll feel that you're craving water, you're craving veggies, you're craving foods that you know that's going to continue the feel-good process. So if you're moving every single day, no matter what you do, 2 minutes or 4 minutes or 40 minutes, you will have better eating habits. You'll also have better mind habits. I don't know about you, but I know that I spend a lot of time telling myself that I'm not very good and I'm incapable of a lot of things, and that's not healthy. I know it's not, but it comes naturally to me. And so naturally I've had to find ways to fight it, and moving every day does that for me. When I've fitted in a workout or moving my body, I've basically said to my body, screw you, I am good, I am capable, I can do these things, I was made to move and I've done it. And so my mindset is great. I've had an amazing pump of hormones that my body produces naturally that helps me focus, that helps me to be productive, helps me to sleep better, helps me in general just to feel happy. So just general happy drugs get pumped through your body after you exercise. So naturally you're going to have a more positive mind if you've moved your body, even if it's just for 4 minutes. And then after your workout, you will have a pump of more energy. Now, everybody says, I haven't got the energy to work out, but I want you to take that sentence and flip it and say, I need energy, so I'm going to work out. Okay? A lot of people say to me, oh, I can't work out because my diet isn't very good. So we're going to flip that and we're going to say, I'm going to work out because it will make my diet good. And generally, it will just make you want to do it again, and that's only if you spend some time to reflect after your workout. So whatever you do, I want you to stop after you've finished working out, reflect on what you've done, reflect on how awesome you are, reflect on how awesome you're feeling in that moment, so that you'll want to do it again the next day. Okay, that's all from me today. I want this to challenge you for this week to move your body every single day. Make sure you've got a library backing you of workouts that you can do even on the rubbish days and even on the good days, whether that's 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. I don't care. Your body doesn't care. Your body just needs you to move. Okay, have a great week and make sure you smile at someone every day for me and let me know how it goes.